Hashtag Flo's Thoughts. Hi Insta fans, happy Wednesday. For those of you who do not know, 2 days ago, on Monday afternoon, my dog Lucky tragically disappeared. The timing couldn't be worse, as I and most of my roommates, except for one, had purchased plane tickets to leave New York City on Tuesday. I spent all of Monday night desperately searching for him, but no luck. Pun not intended. After many tearful hours, my parents finally convinced me to use that ticket I purchased to fly home and continue my search from there. As many of you know, I have severe asthma, and being in the city at the moment just isn't safe. My roommate Bowen, the only roommate to stay in the city, is still at our apartment and is searching now. My other roommates, who went home, like me, are calling around the area and businesses and neighbors and everyone around the corner to see if anyone has seen or heard anything. We are having a Zoom meeting today to see if we have any leads, but in the meantime, please reach out with any information. Lucky is a medium-haired Nebraskan bullhound that loves bubble baths and soft pretzels. You can reach me at flowglow1997@gmail.com or comment here. Thank you all for your support in this trying time. Hashtag flow of the universe, hashtag go with the flow, hashtag the river flows, hashtag get with the flowgram.
Hey, Flo.
Hey, Bowen.
How you holding up?
Have you heard anything?
No, nothing yet. I was running around the neighborhood for most of the day, knocked on a few doors, tried the landlady, no answer, as per usual. I'm so sorry, Flo. So far, everything's been pretty uneventful. Except for coming back into our apartment. That turned out to be a little bit too eventful for comfort because Sammy left a helpful little surprise, a new collection of, I perceive it to be vintage books blocking the doorway. So I tripped and took a header right into the cabinet and almost lost my eye. But short of that, I'm sorry. I have not had any leads on your dog as of yet.
Hi, guys. Hi, Flo.
Hey, Trent.
So, bad news. I called the pharmacist. I called both bodegas on 148th Street. No word. No one's seen Lucky. I'm so sorry.
We're all trying.
Hey guys.
Hey, Sammy.
So, I haven't heard anything. I'm sorry.
Owen, what is that thing on your forehead that's disgusting? Ew.
Oh, here, Trent? Yeah, it is disgusting. Thank you for bringing that up. I really appreciate that. This, Trent, is the immediate physical response to one of my roommates' negligence, and particularly the malicious negligence of our dear friend Sammy, because it is no longer safe to walk into our apartment because her thrifting, her collecting, all of the stuff that she brings in has now reached a new level where it is physically dangerous to me. Sammy, the books in front of the door are a health hazard.
Don't be a snob about my hobbies, okay? I enjoy thrifting and collecting, and those vintage books that you're talking about, they are supposed to be for decoration. I haven't had a chance to put them up on the wall yet, so I don't understand why it's my fault that you can't look where you're freaking going, okay? So,
Sammy, you shouldn't have to look. You
And
shouldn't
the
have
two
to
of
look where
you
you're going when you're just walking through the door.
Stop. We have other matters to attend to. Where is Jamie, for example?
Where's Jamie?
He's late. Of course. Cigarette.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us, Jamie.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course, you're welcome.
Any news?
Any news?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
I don't have any news. No. What
About
news?
the dog?
dog?
Oh, I've heard nothing about the dog. I do not know where the dog is. I'm not in New York. I cannot know.
Did you do the tasks that Flo asked you to do? Did you call the people she asked you to call? By the way,
I heard nothing. I heard nothing. I do not know. No one has seen the dog. I'm sorry. Very sad. It's very sad.
Flo, have you heard anything from anyone? Has anyone responded to your post or anything like that? Or are we just kind of shooting blind here?
No, in fact, I haven't. And thank you. If we could regroup back to the reason why we're having this Zoom call. Under certain circumstances, we had to go our separate ways. Now's not the time. But most importantly, we still have a missing dog. And frankly, some things are still pretty unclear. Very unclear. Like, how did my dog get out? I think I'd like to hear some input. 'Cause I don't know. How did my dog get out?
Oh, and just speak, for the love of Christ.
Okay, I will. I have a theory, and I think it's pretty obvious to all of us who is responsible for the dog going missing. I think there is almost no question that the only person that lives in this apartment that is remotely irresponsible enough, messy enough, cluttered enough to be responsible, and that person is Sammy. Sammy brings in so much stuff, so many big trips into the apartment with all of this crap that she collects at these bull vintage thrift stores in Brooklyn.
And just because you don't understand it doesn't mean it's not organized. Second of all, irresponsible. I am the only person that takes care of things around the apartment, okay? I'm the one who spackles, okay? I'm the one who fixes things or calls someone to fix things when things get broken. I'm the one who makes sure we get all our bills in on time. Honestly, the only person who does it less than you, Bowen, is probably Jamie.
And also, Frank, how dare you stand on your little soapbox and lecture Sammy about her irresponsibility when you, Mr. Trust Fund Baby, have been funded by Daddy your entire life and have never had to work hard a day in your life. So how dare you lecture us about personal responsibility? That's rich. That's so rich.
Okay, Trent, but while we're talking about my father and my own personal financial responsibility, let us not forget that I would have 1, 2, 3, 4 homeless roommates without my father's oh so privileged signature on our lease. Without him as a cosigner and guarantor, none of us would have a place to live. And I heard no protestation about my father's wealth when that was happening. Thank you very much, Trent. By the way, Sammy, organization-wise, it is disorganized by meerkat standards. I have no clue if there is any form of organization. It's a health hazard, and the dog is the only way the dogs have gotten out. Is because of your
don't
method.
know. Why do you need to know how I keep my stuff so organized, okay? It's really not your business.
And can I just say what's on everybody's mind? Jamie openly hated Lucky. He hated that dog. He spoke openly of it. And he's been silent this entire time. Is there something you
Pretty
want
quiet.
to say, Jamie?
All right.
Pretty quiet.
I did not hate the dog. I did not care for the dog. I did not hate it, but I did not like it. I did not hate it. I simply did not care for the dog. And I think it is inappropriate in this moment to completely ignore Bowen's notion that it is cemented that
You're basically admitting it.
let the dog out because I am admitting it. No, I'm not admitting it. The fact that you think that I would commit an act of animal cruelty shows that it's just offensive to me. It's just offensive. And shows how little you know about me and the work that I do. And
What work? Where were you? Where were you when this happened?
Were you that
when the dog went missing,
Mhm.
I was at a pop-up show
Uh-huh.
for Abercrombie pop-up shop pop-up shop. Is that correct? With
Pop-up
clothing, yes? Yes? Okay. Pop-up shop for Abercrombie and Fitch. Have you heard of that? You heard of them? In Soho, I was not home. It could not have been me. There was a DJ and drinks. There was lots of fun. You guys should have come. But I don't know how you would have heard of it.
So,
Anyway, I did not release the dog. I did not care about it. I said when I moved in, you guys stay out of my business, I stay out of yours. So that is what I do. Are
So
you
there
sure?
you go.
Yeah.
There you go, Trenton, Flo, Starsky, and Hutch. Apparently, Trent is running these investigations, running these interrogations. Trent, who do you think it was?
I'm just,
All right, if it's not Jamie and it's not Sammy, who do you think it could have been?
just trying to stand by my friend. And if
Exactly.
it was Jamie, does anyone else have any suggestions? Who
Yeah,
else
you
could be in the
teaming
apartment?
up all the time. You told Trent and Flo, you two in cahoots or something.
How dare you?
We care about
Team
each
up.
other.
That is so, if you had friends, you would do so.
Ruthless.
Okay, but there's only what, 5 keys. We each have a key. We each have a key to get in. The door is locked at all times.
The only other person who goes in or out of the apartment is the landlady. And actually, I called her the other day to fix the sink. Do you guys remember that? She was in the apartment.
And the landlady has an extra key.
Yeah, she does.
She was in our apartment that day.
I think maybe I should try to call her. Hold on.
No, wait, that could be it because the landlady didn't know we had the dog, right? Because we didn't want to pay that hike in rent for the pet fee. So she might have been surprised by it. Maybe it snuck out with her.
She could have let
And then she didn't tell us. And then she didn't tell us.
She would do
That's
something.
the rudest thing I've ever heard.
Sammy, call her. Do you
Oh
have
my
her?
god.
What kind of
Somebody
sociopath
call
does
her.
that?
Somebody call her.
I,
I can't believe this.
She would do this.
she's outside.
is she
She's
there?
outside right now.
No,
I
is
can
she
see her.
Call her. This is
She's
stupid.
outside of my window
Go
right
talk
now.
to her.
I can see her. I'm just going to talk to her. I'm going
Does
to
she
ask her
have-
everything. We'll clear this up
Go talk
immediately.
to
It's no problem. It's no problem. I'll be right back.
Does she have my dog? I can't believe this. All this time, all this worrying, and it could have been right below us. Lucky.
Oh my God. Oh, guys. Quick problem. Flo, the flower pot that we had on the balcony, I was leaning over to talk to the landlady, ask her about the dog, and I knocked it with my elbow, and the flower pot went tumbling off, and it crashed into Miss McCavity, the landlady's head, and her eyes are closed. There's blood coming out of her head. I think I killed the landlady.
Oh my god. Oh my god, what are we gonna do? No. No. I can't go to prison.
Okay, all right. Relax. Trent, everybody calm down. This is what we're going to do. We're going to call 911 because if we don't, someone's going to come anyway and they're going to use forensics and they're going to know that we had something to do with this, okay? So we're calling 911. That's what we're doing.
We
No.
cannot call the police. I do not have a worker's visa. I will have to go back to Quebec. I do not want to go back to Quebec.
Problem. I don't.
No. We cannot have the cops involved. Please. Let's avoid all confrontation with
Is what I'm trying to explain to all of you.
American
Never
law
mind.
enforcement.
Never mind Quebec. I mean, y'all are so quick to bring up my father's privilege, but he's running for a Senate seat. If anything can be drawn back to him, maybe like his son being involved in a murder accusation, everything will come crashing down for me, for my dad, for my entire family. We absolutely cannot call the police, Sammy. So just lock that up for me really quick. Thank you very much.
A woman who is possibly dead. I cannot believe that that's what you're worried about right now. Your priorities are so messed up.
If I can.
Flo, please, Flo.
So, Sammy's worried about forensics, but there's 5 of us, so I don't think that's a problem. But
Well,
if I could suggest,
No,
So-
forensics is not a number.
we can call her an ambulance. She fell. So we call an ambulance, we tell them that she just fell. And also while we're at it, we could alert them that there's also a missing dog. We have a missing dog on our hands as well.
priorities are so messed up.
There is brain trauma, Flo.
Thank
They
you.
will see that she had been hit in the head. And I do not know why, but I cannot go down for this. It is not worth it. It's obviously Sam's fault. We should blame her.
Okay. Jamie, stop.
Overblown mess.
Jamie, we are not pinning this on one person and one person alone. I have a
Or
thought.
call me, please.
Yes.
I have a thought. You know that tasteless, gross, heterosexual couple upstairs that does CrossFit?
Yeah.
We should frame them. The landlady hated them and was open about the fact that she hated them. If we frame them and blame it on them, we get off scotch-free. Tell me I'm right. Someone tell me I'm right. It's a great idea.
Great idea.
No, Trent, you're wrong, but it's not a problem. I solved it. Handled. Sorry I didn't think of it sooner. Sorry for the stress, y'all, but everything's going to be fine. No problem. Quick text to a friend of the family, and everything is wrapped up nice with a bow. All of us are going to be just fine. So,
What happened to the text?
Who did you text?
Well, I texted, it was a friend of the family. I don't know specifically what he does, but I know he's usually based out of Newark. Nice Italian-American man. His name is Vito. Vito, I Kill a Lady. Contacted him. He said, no problem. He can absolutely solve this problem for us. He just said, by the time he gets here in a couple of hours, I just need to be ready with a rug, he said, and for some heavy lifting. Not entirely sure how that's going to tie into solving this legal matter. But he said after we had everything loaded up, our problem would go away just as simply as tossing something off the GWB.
Thank you so much, Bowen.
Vito, I Kill a Lady.
We owe you so.
You know what? I've had enough of this. I'm calling 911.
No.
Sammy.
No, it's just taken care of.
I find my phone, I swear.
No.
Sammy, we just talked about this. Vito, I Kill a Lady can handle this.
No. It is.
We are not murdering somebody, Bowen.
Nobody is saying the word murder
You're
except for
acting
you.
ridiculous right now. Please do not get your phone.
Here it is.
No, stop.
Sammy, stop.
You're being ridiculous right now.
Yeah. Hey, Karen. Yeah. No, yeah, it's Bowen. Yeah, if you could just put me through to my dad, that'd be great. Oh, well then maybe just push me to his voicemail. That'd work. Yeah, sorry. I'll be shorter this time. Thank you. Hey, Dad. Bowen again. Just wanted to call, say thank you for the car. I've been in touch with all my roommates. I got them all back to the city, and we're about to go into the lawyer's office to go through the settlement from the lawsuit with the landlady. I just wanted to say thanks for all of your help. Wondering if maybe you can stop by. You know, it'd be reassuring to have an authority figure around. I'd like to see you. But yeah, I know you're busy, but if you can make it, I'd appreciate it. And I'm sorry, Dad. But I'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Hi, Aunt Sarah. It's me, Sammy. I hope you and Aunt Stephanie are doing well. So I'm in a lawyer's office right now. I might have gotten into some legal problems because of my idiot freaking roommates. And I could really use some money right now, I'll be honest. Yeah. And if you could do me a favor and not tell my mom or my sister about this, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Hello. Yes. Applicant. Workers visa. Workers visa. Yes, I would like to apply for a workers visa. New York City. Well, about 6 months I've been living there. I've been working. I need it because I might be in some legal troubles. No, I did not do anything. It was my roommates. No. Yes. Wait, I'll hold.
Hey Sarah, so I actually can't make it to my pizza shift tonight at Pizza, but guess what? One of the neighbors told me that they seen the landlady with Lucky, which confirms Trent was right. She's the one that let Lucky out, and I bet she still has him. And if you could actually send a pizza my way, me and my roommates were down at the lawyer's office, have pepperoni, that would be great. Thank you.
Hi, Richard. This is Trent calling. Look, I'm in a little bit of trouble and I didn't know who else to call. I told my parents I was taking a road trip in the Redwood Forest. I'm not in the Redwood Forest. I'm in a lawyer's office in New York City. I might or may not have been implicated in the murder of my landlady. And I'm particularly nervous because I think it was me who set this entire chain of events in motion when I let out my roommate and best friend's dog. And I think I might bear a particular responsibility. Just call me when you get this. Thanks. Bye.
So I have the settlement here, and I think I'll read it, and we just need to pay close attention and see what we're working with. So, dear tenants of 21C, I can't do with this. Can someone take it from here?
Can you give it? Thanks.
Thank
Thanks. In all my days as a landlady, I have never had a group of tenants prove to be as problematic as the 5 of you. While I would like to say that I'm surprised that you caused me physical harm through your own negligence and lack of common sense, I would be lying if I told you that this was remotely shocking. Between Bowen's ridiculous embellishment and outright lies through every stage of the lease application, to Jamie's house music, keeping the neighbors awake at all hours, to Sammy's misuse of the fire escape as a storage space, and Trent's, I find myself in the odd position of being thrilled to have a chance to get you as far away from my property as possible. But Flo, oh Flo, can someone else take this next part? I don't want to read this.
It would be my absolute pleasure, Trent. Thank you so much. Lying in my hospital bed, when I thought things were as bad as they could get, I received your text accusing me of stealing your dog from out of 21C. This is not only personally insulting, but indicates you are tragically misinformed. Well, I did recently come into the possession of a new dog. I happened to find it on the street on my way back from the grocery store. I assume this dog is lucky based on your roommate's accounting of events. I've included a clause in the settlement for the return of your pet.
Wait a second. Hold up. Wait a second. So you're telling me we're back at square one. It wasn't the landlady who got out lucky. So who let my dog out? Who let my dog out?
I do not.
So you're right. I mean,
any of you give me accusations, I swear to God, if any of you look my way, I'm done.
Jamie's snobbery aside, I think now that we know that the landlady didn't let the dog out, we are all perfectly aware of the only person that could be responsible for letting the dog out. I, once again, would like to put Sammy's name on the table as the name to blame for letting the dog out, because I think that is the only reasonable explanation. I'm tired of beating around the bush about it.
Can you shut up? I have something to say. It was me. I let the dog out, Flo. I got wind that the landlady knew about Lucky, and I knew that I couldn't afford to start paying that extra charge for having a dog in the apartment, so I let him out. I regretted it the instant I did it, but I can't afford that kind of fee. I'm working as a ArtistYear fellow. I'm living at the poverty line. I regretted it the moment I did it. Can you forgive me, Flo?
Disgusting.
Flo?
Who are you?
Unbelievable.
Just please, can we finish reading the settlement?
Yeah.
Flo?
All right. Please find attached my request to settle out of court. These requests include the immediate breaking of your lease and fines for the early violation of our contract. Additionally, my lawyers and accountant have informed me that I will need a sum total of $28,000 for emotional damages and health costs. Again, while I'm certainly not obligated to return to you your dog, I will do so for an additional $3,000 to make up for the pet fee you have avoided by keeping your dog for me. A secret these past months. All right, who wants it next?
Yeah. Take it. All right. In total, I require 310,031,000 and legal fees to resolve our case. Thank you for your cooperation, and I hope to never do business with any of you ever again. Sincerely, your landlady, Miss McCavity. I will not pay for a dog. I will not pay for a dog.
You have to, Jamie, because we are all pitching in.
Absolutely not.
We have to.
The dog
We
does
have to
not
sign the
need
settlement.
to come back to our home. This caused too many problems for us already.
No, Jamie. We can't go to court. We can't go to
Even
prison.
We'd never win.
We have to sign.
Yeah, but Trent, but you say that, but $31,000 is twice the money that you're making in a year right now. How are any of us going to be able to front that money? That is like an impossible sum.
Bowen.
It is out of reach for us. We have to take it to court. We have to take it to court. It's the only option now.
Bowen, can I say what I think is on everybody's mind? If we're being honest, who is the only person who comes from a family with the kind of wealth to be able to cover this fee? It's you, Bowen. Is there any way your father could just take one small drop of his fortune to help us cover these fees? Can you ask him?
Trent, I literally cannot believe the audacity that it takes for you to come knocking at my family's door for our money after being constantly looking down on the privilege. So I'll ask him. Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
One more time, we can go knock into my family's door. But when I say that this is the last time, I mean, I want all of you to please delete my number from your phones. Please delete me off of Facebook, off of Twitter, off of Instagram, because I don't want any part of your lives, and I cannot be involved in any more of your decisions. I need to be completely removed from you. So consider this my parting gift for all of you. Goodbye.
Fine, Bowen. You never have to talk to any of us again. You think you're the only one who wants to get as far away from this hellscape as possible? Well, you're not.
Can't believe you, Trent.
Flo, I'm sorry. Can we be friends again?
Bowen, did he answer?
Yeah, he did.
What did he say?
He said that all of our finances are tied up in the campaign, and that he can't afford to be brought into any kind of scandal or any kind of lawsuit at the moment, and that I'm old enough to fend for myself. So I'm cut off, and he will not be paying for the settlement.
Goodbye to the dog. We're not having the dog.
My pizzeria job is hiring. I make $8.25 an hour.
I guess that's it then. I guess. Yeah, you're right, Flo. We're gonna have to do it ourselves.
Hashtag Flo's thoughts. So happy to have Lucky back. It hasn't been easy slinging pizzas all day, but this week we start using our doggy litter box. He is never getting out on me again. Things are a little less turbulent these days in the apartment. As you can imagine, there were frequent, angry tantrums when we first learned we'd all have to live together once again to cut down on expenses. Who knew Bowen could cry for 17 days on end? Talk about hydration. Come to think of it, our new basement apartment on the outskirts of College Point even has a certain charm to it when you close your eyes and just allow the omnipresent scent of mediocre Italian food to wash over you without fighting it. Also, Sammy's been getting a lot of books on minimalism and decluttering from the library, and it's been helping a lot. If all goes according to plan, we should be debt-free and in the clear in exactly 7 years, 5 months, 22 days, and 7.5 hours, barring any unexpected expenditures or trips to the veterinary emergency room. But who's counting? Maybe by then I'll finally have caught up on Smallville. Trent and I are still in the rocks. The fact that we had to share a futon for the last 3 weeks has done little help to heal the scars of the past. But we will get back to something next to normal in our time, I'm sure. Excited for that day whenever it comes. All we can do in the meantime is #go with the flow. As Mr. Dillon says, the times they are a-changin'. TTFN.